While alluding to a recent training exercise on corruption, UK advisor to the Special Organised Crime Unit, Mr. Sam Sitlington, says he is optimistic that the police force will make a turnaround to stamp out corruption. The training exercise, which concluded this week, according to Sitlington, saw the trainees taking an oath to sniff out and apprehend those within the force that indulge in corrupt practices. He further noted that it is important for agencies, especially the Guyana Police Force, to understand not only the importance but the implications of corruption.
We welcome the top-level commitment of government to support our officers in their mission. We must ensure that all layers of authority and levels of support from our key partners are united in this fight against corruption, and that the support is unswerving when required. Now we need to plug the gaps in the legislation, make everyone accountable, and let these officers do their job, because that's what they want to do.
Anti-corruption advisor attached to the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, Mr. David Robinson, explained that corruption is basically, quote-unquote, stealing from the poor. He pointed out that corruption hinders economic growth and stability.
Not only in the act of siphoning away resources from their intended purposes, but also in the long-term effects of services not provided, vaccines not received, school supplies not delivered, roads not built. In my various travels around the world, I have seen firsthand the corrosive impact of corruption on the lives of the poor and the resulting sharp decline of trust that citizens have in their governments.
The UN advisor said that it is important to recognize that corruption is nameless and it is usually a collaborative undertaking. He noted that this could be found in politics and the public.
It's the responsibility of everyone to fix. We all have a part to play, no matter how small that part may sometimes seem. Corruption is, in other words, everybody's business. It was with such principles in mind that the UN first created the UN Convention Against Corruption. Borrowing from and building on the work of previous global compacts, it was adopted by the UN General Assembly in 2003. It entered into force 2 years later, and there are now 183 state parties to the convention, with the UNODC bearing the responsibility for global implementation.
Javon Vickery, HGP Nightly News.